Here Trafalgar, fishing another common venue round with Marlon, Dean Pretorius and Josh's club. They're going to fish a bit further down on the beach. I'm going to plonk in here. We don't want to pile up the areas as well, the spots. So you spread out obviously and not steal each other's fish, because we're still fishing for the same club. The area I'm here, yes, you can scratch a bit, but I think I'm going to aim for a Blu-ray and a cob. That's going to be my main objective. And I think Tyron, my son's here as well. He wants to catch some bronze bream and stuff, and obviously a cob as well, but everyone wants to catch a cob. But yeah, it's later in the year now. Unfortunately, this is only my third round I'm fishing. I only joined this year, the club, and it's still fun. I'm not going for any teams or anything in the competitive circuit right now. I'm just fishing for the fun. It's lekker. Guys get together, they braai afterwards. It's really a nice type of environment. I like it here on the south coast as well, which is a nice area to fish. And I also fish with Inkwazi, Richards Bay, with Dean Reddy and them. It's just a bit of a 3-hour drive every time, so I don't always get to fish all the comps there. But when I'm not busy here, I won't miss a common venue especially. That's quite nice. It puts guys in an isolated area, a predetermined area, which is today from Port Edward to South Group Point, and you can place your team members all over the area. When you catch a fish, team member has to witness while you measure it and sign it immediately there before you put a bait in the water again. So in short, that's pretty much the method and how it works. And yeah, let's get kitted up and fishing. We're starting at 3:30. So now it's just getting your rods rigged up, put your traces on, and if you want to pre-tie some baits, if you think you know what's going to bite and work, you can pre-tie some baits. If you're fishing dangles, and you have a couple of dangles, you just pre-tie them on the dangles. It's my Saltus, trusty old Saltus 5000. This reel has worked already, as you can see. Shame poor thing on the rocks and stuff. And this is my Saltus 12.63 light spinning rod. So it's a 12.6 foot light spinning Saltus. Then you also get the Power Slim rod, which is the thin one, the new one. I brought this today, and then I've got my 15-foot Grinder Elite with my 8000, and that's for the longer shots. I'm going to fish one of my previous combi traces. It's just a little 4 tuna circle in the bottom, and then a bronze bream trace in the top. Okay, just tying the trace on, I'm using a double figure of 8. You're using on this a 0.6 leader line I've tied, and my trace is also way down to a 0.5. This is a 0.49 Siglon fluorocarbon. This is a 0.6 if I remember correctly, and I've put a little fluoro kingfisher float on here. This is the Mustad Tuna Circle, little 4. This is the Wide Gap Co-op X VX. Now on here I'm just going to fish a little blob bait and a prawn bait up top. 4 ounce on this rod. Rod can handle it. It's 40-pound J braid on my Saltus 8000. This trace, it's pure circles, both of them. The reason I do that is your chance of hooking up is a lot less. When you're scratching, you're fishing 2 hooks. You hook a nice fish, and your second hook gets you in trouble. So fishing circle hooks prevent that. So the top one, I still fish almost a bronze bream, but it's 0.55 fluorocarbon. It's a bit thicker, so it can handle other fish as well. And it's a circle hook, both circles. My bottom hook, 6.0 tuna circle. Bigger hook, there's Blu-rays and cob in the area, so that's what that one's for. And then I've got my sinker line, also 0.55, and in that you can make a knot for in case this drops you get stuck. But you saw what I did, all 3. This is a very difficult trace to keep in your bag because it tangles. but not if you do all three separately. You tie them up separately, and then the mustard sinker clips, and you also get it in a Kingfisher sinker clip, and the quarter little anti-tangle sleeves I use. And you'll see I've used it on my hook snoot for the bigger hook, smaller one for the smaller hook, and then on my sinker I just do this, because when you pull it through bricks, that knot hits the rocks a lot, so it weakens it, and when you look again your sinker is off. So this helps and prevents your sinker or that knot to get damaged. Made a couple quick dangles. Use a little glass bead. This is a glow in the dark bead. Mustard ring, put a bit of foam on, pull the string through, it's a thick braid, and then make a knot, and the hook just hooks there. Now I made this shorter because I want to make little blue skate baits as well, which makes that nice. So I'll show you guys now what I do there. And to start off with a circle hook, I want to fish a cone. The sea is not that big. Okay, and that's it, full rig. Then for the small circle hook, you can either fish a blob bait on it, which works perfectly, or you can put your bait on the back shank of the hook, and it also works. Just don't tie it tight and stiff, because then your hookups reduce. Or you can make little dangles, which I did for prawn baits. It's just a little dangle. Same thing, a bead in the bottom to stop the two pieces of sponge. This is not foam, it's sponge. And still the braided, still hook the hook just through there, and I tie my bait on this. Let's start defrosting some of the lovely ASFN marine bait I got. Now some of it's already defrosted. I'm going to take one chocker out, one mackerel. And guys, something we haven't really shown you too much of is the head-on prawns we use for the bronze bream from ASFN Marine. It's these boxes, you buy them to eat. So that's pretty much the Canberra, and that's what we use all the time for the bronze bream. Look at how nice that is, eh? Get a couple of them defrosted. There we go. And then one more thing, ASFN using a liquid brine to freeze these sardines, IQF. It's Natal sards, and they freeze within 20 minutes, which is much faster than the blast freezing, which should mean this is the freshest frozen sardine you can buy. The Snookies Pilchard IQF. Okay, like I said, I'm going to start with the short ones. I want to save my stomach section. Do that, and with cutlets you can mold and build any bait, which is nice. So I'm going to add first a piece of mackerel. Get that tied onto the foam. From there you know your bait won't slip, and now you can start shaping it with sardine mix. I want to do a mix for the Blu-rays with the potential of maybe a cobby picking it up. You're going to use your hand to mold these into a nice little ball bait. I don't want it too big. I want it to fit any size mouth that comes around. You're fishing a competition, you want the points on the board. Now here's something I like doing for Blu-ray, and I'm sure a lot of guys do it. When it comes to Blu-rays, you don't chuck your insides away. All of this. Oh, that's nice. All of this. You can use small pieces. This not so much, but that definitely. But this also adds just to the bait nice and soft. Add a piece of that. Tie that on. A nice little combo bait. And then I'll wrap it up nicely so it looks neat again. We also want to lure the odd cobby swimming past. To mush it up, you beat it on the hard, the tough side, the skin side. You've got some time to kill before the comp. When the comp starts and you've got a fish, the fish are here. You're not going to spend this much time explaining to the camera and doing all of this. You're going to put on a bait and get it in the water as quick as possible. You might even reduce some of the bait I'm using. And remember I mentioned the sardine belly? Now that's the piece we want to get onto that side. Full frozen solid, so it's not going to tie nicely in this case, but we'll mold it. Now this is a proper mixed grill. A lot of times you'll get Blu-ray only on the sardine, only on the chocker, only on the mackerel. Doesn't have to be this combination bait, but I like starting with this. That's it. It's on. Dean's advice is red prawns, a lot of oil in them, and Dimitri, when I asked him for head-on, said we would just use these head-ons and make a combination. So here we go. Dimitri, if this gets a fish, it's you. Now I'm making two baits here, guys. That's why I've got two sets of prawn. I will do proper bait demos for you guys on separate clips. The idea is to make a little sausage. Beautiful. Now that's a big bait for anything really that would be interested in prawn. But then I'm not going to tie it too tight. I want it fairly soft still. And that's it. That's it. I left a bit of prawn, which you can just kind of hide your hook a bit. And that's it, guys. That's a nice starting point for a scratch.
Here we go. Well, we got the 6th common venue down here on the lower south coast of KZN. We're fishing Trafalgar area. Last round we got a couple of Blu-rays here, so we're hoping to maybe get a Blu-ray, and we're going to dual target a bronze bream as well. What I've got here is a little multi-purpose trace. It's a double hook trace. I've got a little bit of prawn and crab on the top with a little float, with a little number 2 mustard chinu, and then at the bottom I've got a little 7/0 mustard circle hook, offset circle, with a little 5-ounce. And then the tackle today I'm going with is my my trusty Saltiga. It's a lovely reel. This is the 5000, beautiful scratching reel, and I've got 30-pound braid on there with a 100-pound leader. So we're starting in about 2 minutes. Let's hope we can get a couple of fish. Alright guys, so we're here at Trafalgar on the lower south coast. Here I'm targeting a bronze bream, and I'm fishing with my trusty Catalina 5000H. And on here I've got some Cobra 50-pound braid.
Rock on. First catch for me of the day.
Nice fish. I think it was a cobby by the looks of it. Came off.
Oh, there's one that definitely won't weigh, and it's a bit of a poison fish. It's a grey grunter, which are predominantly north coast fish, so it's quite sad that we're getting them down here now, because they can be a real pest when you're fishing for a fish that weighs. Beautiful, but not the target species, definitely not a weigher. So let's get him back. Conditions are very tough, eh? We've got a southeasterly that just started blowing. The water's warmed up a heck of a lot since this morning, so I think the fish are a bit shy. hopefully when it gets dark we'll get a couple of fish. It looks a bit cobby, there might be a cob or two around, so hopefully we get some fish in the dark. One for the board. That's a little yellow belly. What a beautiful little fish. Great sign that these are around. Stock status is not great, but you can see they're recovering. We're catching a lot of small ones in the reefs now, so that is absolutely fantastic. Let's get him measured and then we can put him back. Okay. There we go. Let's get this guy back so he can grow up. Very territorial fish. You'll probably find he'll go straight back to his hole, and in a couple of years you'll catch him, he would have grown up again. Josh tagged one just down the beach here of it was a Natal Junior record, and about 6 months later I caught it in exactly the same spot, and it had grown to another, well, now about 1 kilo. So yeah, they're awesome, eh? The target species, one bronze bream. It's exactly what we wanted. It's exactly what we wanted. So I was targeting with a prawn on the top. Get this guy weighed and back quickly. 37. Here, get him back. Beautiful fish. Let's put him back. I'm going to put him back far away from where I caught the fish, because otherwise the rule is that they scare the shoal away. I don't know how true it is, but it does happen, so we'll put him right in front of where Craig's fishing. Right guys, so it's getting a little bit dark, so we're going to start targeting, switch up from the targeting the bream, start targeting the cob, your rock cod, maybe even odd blue skate. So what I've got here is a mustard tuna 6-0 circle, and on there I've got a little dingle dangle that I've put some cool little foam on. So I'm going to do first is I'm going to take my chocker, cut it all the way down to open it up. I'm going to take my gut out and I'm going to keep that, because that's really good. It adds to the smell, gives more flavor to your bait. Okay, cut down, take out this cartridge that's here, and over this little piece here. I'm going to take my finger on my hook, line it up on the edge here, measure it. You can see that like that. Cut it at an angle so I have it thicker at the base, going down to a point at the end there. I'm going to take that, I'm going to cut it either side, even, take my chocker hammer, beat the bottom a little bit. Okay, I'm going to line my knife along there. Now I'm going to start making some tassels. Try to get them as thin as you can. That way you got more tassels with more movement in the water. Take it, I line it up on my dingle. Put the tassels over the hook. Making sure that the hook's still proud. Grab my button, chocker, add a little square here. So it's just going to cover the back of my bait that I've got open. here. By the end, I should have a nice little aerodynamic chocker ball, the tassels. Nice little bait for a little cob. So now when I throw, instead of the tassels being on the bottom, where you throw going through the air, the tassel would lift up. Now instead, when you throw, your sinker and your bait's going to go together, and these tassels are going to go and they're going to line up along with the line. So that's going to create a lot less resistance in the air, enabling you to throw further. Guys, I had a small, feels like a small fish, messing around with my bait for a while. Let's see what it is now. Wow. Well, that's definitely not the target species. Hey, 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 hey. With those eels, they've got some really ugly teeth on them. They also like to twist up and turn, so when you catch that fish, you must be really careful of how quickly he can turn and how quickly he can latch onto your hand. So I never like to grab him by the head. I'll usually just take my pliers and put it through the top lip, and I can try work my circle out of its mouth. Right guys, we're going to go and move to a spot where we can maybe get a cob. A little bit cobbier, but I think we'll go to a spot where we've caught cob before. I hope it's going to be alright there, so let's just pack up quickly and we're going to run there. Well, we moved about 700 meters south towards a place called Sunken Lake. A lot of rock in the water here and quite a couple of cod, so we've both thrown chocker and red eye baits, a bit of foam and a little bass rattle inside, so let's hope that the cob comes along. Nice boy, beautiful fish. Nice fish tail there, buddy. It's a circle inside. There we go. Watch out for these things here, eh? They've got lots of poison on there. Right, let's get him back. Right guys, so I just landed a nice fishtail barbel. I was using mustard tuna 7.0 here with my Saltist 6.5 30-pound J braid and my trusty Saltist Elite 14'6". I was using red eye and chocker bait. Now the reason why I was pulling that fish so hard is because we're fishing in over a ledge, so a ledge with some really foul reef. So what you want to do is you want to keep that fish, even a fish like that, you want to keep it on the top the whole time. You really want to lower your chances of getting cut off. If you give that fish too much slack or too much line here, it'll definitely give you some trouble in the bricks.
Oh, it's a cave bass. Also known as a lantern fish. Beautiful, beautiful, big eyes. Nocturnal. They love caves in the day and then come out at night. From there they adapted big eyes. Let's just get the exact measurement here. Okay, it's exactly 40. It's just going over 40 centimeters. Perfect. Let me go release this. Nice, very beautiful fish.
Might be a cob, eh? No, might be a cob. Felt some nice. What is a lesser? Ah. Yeah. Had us going there. Thought you had a little cob on you. But we found looked a lesser. Check that. Believe that thing bloody found. Hey, I thought I had a nice little cob on there. Feels like a better fisher. Hi, bro. Same thing. Another Faluk lesser. When you follow these little fish, you pull them sideways through the water, so they already feel a lot bigger than they are. This one's definitely not going away, so I'm going to put it back. There we go. Nice fishtail barbel. Not really the target species, but we'll take it in when we're fishing compo, because it's the good points. Just got to be really careful of your spines. Those one and those, that one and that one, they are very poisonous and can really hurt you if they spine you. If they do spine you, hot water. So let's measure this guy and get him back. Hard yard session with a 6th common venue, but we got a couple of fish. I've got a yellow belly, a bronze bream, a fishtail barbel and a small lesser, and Josh got a very nice fishtail barbel. So we're on the board. We'll have to go to the braai and see exactly how our teams perform. So yeah, we'll see you next time. Cheers.